Hey everyone, it's a real pleasure to be speaking with Power Nickel. We're talking to CEO Terry Lynch. Real pleasure. This company has had news galore, lots of exciting news and more to talk about. It was just Power Nickel, but I'm going to make the cutesy name that it really has become Power Poly. But
Yeah,
we'll let you tell the story.
well, certainly, obviously we started as nickel, and then what's really rocked the market in the last 6 months has been our polymetallic discovery, which is simply fantastic. I know that sounds like a promotional word, but I mean the results have been off the charts, and we backed it up with I think we've drilled since we made the initial discovery hole, which was 8 meters of almost 1 ounce PGMs. Exciting enough, but that's not even a top 10 hole now. So we drilled 44, 45 holes. I think we're 40 for 45, and half of those are spectacular, like 10 meters, 10% copper equivalent, crazy stuff.
Yes.
So this thing's rocking. The world is noticing now. So we're getting, we've got a bunch of investors in from Australia now. I was just down in New York for the last couple of days, and this thing is wound up.
And it's such an exceptionally rare type of discovery because really, arguably, it doesn't even matter what kind of market you went into with this type of discovery. It's so critical in need.
That's exactly right. And this is, I think in a way, the rarity of the discovery has mystified the market a bit, because I don't think they have not seen like a high grade discovery like this in like 50 years. So it's like, it's mind blowing, and they don't know how to process it. So it's like the other day we put out, like last week, our best hole, 32 meters of effectively 7% copper equivalent. Okay, monster hole. Okay, we had no action in the stock.
No.
Stock,
Yeah.
I think it's traded around the same pricing. A peer company put out a big intersection, Hercules, great company. I love that. I love the stock.
Yep.
I'm an owner, small piece, and they have I think it was 450 meters of 0.48.
Yeah,
a great intersection.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm proud of them. And that's awesome. Stock went up 20%. Should have gone up 100% in my mind, but It went up 20%. Okay. The math on that, in terms of metal in the ground, is exactly the same as mine.
Yes.
Only I have to move 16 times less ore. So wake up.
Yeah.
I mean, hello. And again, not disparaging them, because that's a hell of an intersection. That's going to become a mine too. So I mean, that's fantastic that we're making these discoveries. And I guess the sad part is that there's a number of these types of discoveries out there in the market people haven't really focused on. But this is one they should focus on, because the high grade means it's going to be super profitable. That means that's why we got Robert Friedland and Rob McEwen in the deal, because they know this money is going to be made.
Yes.
So anyway, it's exciting times. And honestly, Andrew, we just came back from Ottawa last week. We had an exploration meeting with our exploration team. Dr. Steve Beresford came over, the first quantum guy.
Yep.
And he's been such a thought leader for us on the exploration side of the business. And man, if I was excited before, I'm super excited now. And I said to somebody, I said, you know what? Even I don't own enough of this thing. I own a lot of this thing. I own like 18% of it with my family. So this thing is just wait.
And it's growing to. I mean, I even kind of cringe a little back up, but I mean, this you're aiming at like a Nornickel kind of thing. That's what Dr. Beresford said. Is that if I was to look at an early stage, what that would have looked like, and this is his specialty, looking at polymetallics.
Yeah.
He goes, that's. So I remember when you mentioned that before, you kind of went, what?
No. I mean, when he said Norilsk, I'm thinking, damn, I need that on tape, But eventually we did get it on tape, and it was interesting. One of the things that blew me away last week was he told us, so Norilsk is $1.4 trillion of value in the ground. Okay, it's been producing for the last 70 years or something. But do you know that 90% of that value is from 1 square kilometer? Think about that. 90%, that's over $1 trillion worth of value in 1 square kilometer of ore. Mind blowing. I'm not saying we're going to be there, but I'm telling you what, we're bloody rich.
Yeah.
But that should open people's minds up, because I think the big question that I get, or people think, well, how big could this be? And people think, it's a small intersection, can't be that big. No. This can be very big. Like Hanem Partners released a research report, calling for us to go to $1.70 or whatever. That was their forecast. And they said that on the basis of us having found 9.2 million tons of copper equivalent, okay, with a pathway to 90. Okay, so I mean that's a good number, and they say in these types of deposits, the way it works is the nickel sulfide's at the bottom and the copper sulfide's at the top. So, and if you find copper sulfides, if you go through the Octobriskis, which is Norilsk, or Zinchuan, or Sageti, or all these different polymetallic deposits, Platte Reef, if you find X amount of copper sulfides, you'll find Y amount of nickel sulfides, and it's like 5 to 7 times.
Yeah.
So if you got 9, are you going to get 45 to 60 on the other side? How big is that? Oh, it's multiple billions.
Yes.
Okay, so it's like, I mean, people need to wrap their head around that this thing is going to be big. You know what I mean? And it's not like Terry, touting a stock so we can blast it out, because I've been buying the stock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And because I think it's going to be, obviously it's going to be a game changer for me and my family, but it's going to be a game changer for a lot of our investors too, because these things don't come around that often. And when they do, you want to catch this tiger by the tail.
And you've got like a lot of billionaires, but they're mining billionaires. Like you don't attract these people that have made significant money in mining unless they see as well. They see it.
100%, because they know how tough it is to get these intersections. This is like,
yeah.
That's why, when I was pounding my head the other day, I'm thinking like, what are they expecting for an encore? 32 meters at 7%, and that doesn't move it. It's like, yes. Okay,
Well, this is the opportunity for retail, for someone, if they're looking, they're just getting excited about, where do I look at mining projects? And they think, oh, nickel's down. Like, listen, it's power nickel, but that's just one sliver now. It's a polymetallic. These copper is incredible. 1.4 or 1.5% usually is people get excited about.
Yeah.
So this is a good place to look. You're in good hands with the amount of mining billionaires that have been moved to get involved. It's been an exciting story, and there's going to be lots more happening.
Lots more to talk about.
Excellent, Terry.
Thanks for having
us.
Good seeing you again, man.
Take care.